Okay, so today I am going to be talking all about my student teaching experience. Now, currently I am in my last semester of college. So, the way that my university works is that once you get into the education program, we are in like a block schedule. So, block one, I was placed in pre-K for half of the semester, and then I switched over. No, I'm sorry, I was placed in kindergarten for half of the semester, and then for the second half, I was moved over to pre-K. In block two, I was with a fourth grade classroom, and in block three, you are with that same teacher until you graduate. So block three and four are kind of like together, if that makes sense. So whatever teacher and grade you get in block three, you are going to be graduating, or you're going to be working with that class until you graduate. So in block three, I got placed again in a fourth grade classroom. So I'm gonna start like all the way back from the beginning. So block one, like I said, I was placed in a kindergarten and in a pre-K classroom, and at the time, I was new to student teaching. So I personally liked it. I really liked the students. They were really cute. I was in kindergarten at first, and they're just very loving. Like, they just wanted to hug me all the time, and they were. I really enjoyed my experience in kindergarten. The only problem that I had with my first ever placement was my cooperating teacher. Her and we got along. It was fine. It was like, a very professional relationship. But she wasn't really, I don't want to say helpful, because she was, but she was only helpful at the minimum. Like, she only did the minimum with me. And I feel like as a block one student, I'm new to student teaching. I wish she was a little bit more like engaging with me. I know at the time, like, she was going through a lot of personal things in her life. And she was very open with me about stuff. She, like, at first I kind of thought she was like a little too open, but she did let me know that she was going through stuff with her ex-husband and a lot of things. I don't want to get too much into detail, but that's why I feel like I wasn't as happy as I wish I would have been in my first ever placement, because me and the teacher, we just couldn't vibe, if that makes sense. I love the students. The parapro was awesome. Like, oh my gosh, she was very talented. She could draw so well. Like, she was just amazing. She was an awesome parapro. Like I said, I had a really good relationship with the students. They were so sweet. But it was just, the only problem I had, like I said, is that with my cooperating teacher, I just feel like I was more of a bother to her more than I just feel like sometimes I would walk in there and I wasn't feeling wanted, if that makes sense. It wasn't like that every day, but she did have a lot of, like I said, personal problems, she was going through some health problems as well. So I feel like it was best for her to not have a student teacher at the time, but for some reason I still got put with her. Now, like I said, we do in block one at my university, we switch halfway through the semester. So halfway through the semester, one of my friends was going to have her, but actually my cooperating teacher went up to, I don't really know who they talked to, I don't know if it's the principal, but she went up to that person and said, like, I don't really want a student teacher anymore. Which, like I said, that was best. Like, she did not need a student teacher in the state that she was at. So that was my first ever placement. I did a couple of lessons there. They were mainly like health. I did a lesson like on nutrition. It was very, very elementary, like, because in block one we are put with the smaller kids. Now, I ended up switching over to pre-K, which was a complete, like, not shock, I don't really know the word, but it was definitely a change. Like, I knew that you would not think that, like, kindergarten and pre-K are that different, but they are. Like, those, in pre-K you get nap time. In kindergarten you don't do that. In pre-K, some of the kids don't know how to wipe themselves. They are very clingy. They cry a lot. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, I did not like being in pre-K. After like the first week, I was always positive. I was always positive there because I wanted to learn. I was there to learn. So I was always positive. I always had a positive behavior, but I just did not like working with the pre-K students. They were really sweet. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not like I hated them. I didn't hate them. I just did not like that specific age group. I did an art lesson there. We did like, I think I read like The Hungry Caterpillar. It was very, very, like I say, it was very basic, very elementary. So then for my block 2, I got moved over to a different school, and I was in a 4th grade classroom. Now my cooperating teacher there, she taught social studies and science, and I love her. Her name was Miss Carter. She was amazing. She taught me a lot. Like she did a lot of like stations, and her classroom was very student driven, and that's what I really liked about her. The students, like, as soon as they got in there, they knew what to do. She didn't have to do a lot of redirecting. Like, it was just, I could tell like she had that class on point. Like they knew what to do as soon as they walked in the door, and I love that about her. Like I said, I was in a 4th grade classroom, so it was very different for me to go from like pre-K and kindergarten to 4th grade. Like it was a very big jump, whereas some of my other friends went from pre-K and kindergarten to like 2nd grade. Some of them went to 1st grade, and then those same people in block 3, they later went on to like 5th grade. See, like that's good. That was a good change for them. But for me, I felt like I had such a big jump, and I'll talk about it more later. But yeah, I really liked my block 2 teacher. She was amazing. She taught me a lot. She was very helpful. Like I said, even after I finished my block with her, I still went and visited her. We still text. Her husband ran like the after school program, and she suggested for me to work there because I am bilingual. I am fluent in Spanish, and she said that they needed someone that knew Spanish because a lot of the students in the after school program were Hispanic. So because of her, I ended up getting a job in the after school program, and that school was just amazing. Like, it was awesome administration. The staff was amazing. Like, I genuinely loved going to work with her and like in that school. Well, I guess it's not technically work, right? But yeah, like I said, I'm very grateful for her, and not even just for getting me the job, but she just taught me a lot that I didn't see in the smaller grades, 4th or kindergarten and pre-K. So after that, so in block 3, like I said in the beginning, we get that placement. Whenever you get that placement, that is the school and that is the teacher you're going to be with until you graduate. So again, I got 4th grade, and I was really happy because I really do love the age group that comes with 4th grade. They're independent. They can like think to themselves. I was able to do a lot more with my lessons compared to like pre-K and kindergarten. They're still learning how to write. Like, it's very phonics, a lot of phonics, and no, like not with 4th grade. They're much more independent, and I was happy that I was placed again in a 4th grade classroom. But not like, looking back at it, I wish I would have had experience maybe in like 2nd grade. That way I would have had like pre-K and kindergarten experience, 2nd grade, and then I would have gone to like upper elementary grades. But I literally went from pre-K and kindergarten to 4th grade. So the school that I'm at now, I am currently in block 4. So I did my block 3 with this teacher already, and in block 3 I had to do 6 lessons in total. I think like one of them had to be math, and one of them had to be language arts, I'm pretty sure. In block 4 now, I got a new set of students because I'm graduating like in the fall. It's kind of different. Like, I was working with the same teacher, but now I'm gonna have different students because it's a new school year. But yeah, my teacher right now, she has been teaching like I think at least 20 years, so she is very knowledgeable. Like, wow, like that. She is like the kind of teacher that I want to be when I get a real teaching job. I was about to say when I grow up. But she's taught me a lot. I love her teaching style. She is very, the students respect her a lot, and I really like that because I have seen other teachers not necessarily like at that school, but I have been able to observe different teaching styles. And I always compare everyone to my current cooperating teacher, because she just has it down. Like, she hasn't been teaching a very long time. So I am so, 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 and forever will be so grateful that I am placed with my cooperating teacher. Even like when we had pre-planning and like the other teachers were asking my cooperating teacher for advice on like plan or on their lesson plans or how they should go about things, I cannot tell you like how many times people would tell me like, you are so lucky that you have her. You are so lucky. And I agree. I'm so, so lucky to be working with her, because she has taught me a lot, and she's just so sweet. I feel like she's my mom. Like, I love her very much. So overall, my experience with student teaching has been amazing. The only thing that like I said earlier, that I wish that I would have experienced would be that I wish like that the college would have put me in like second grade during my block 2, because I just like when I go into like interviews and stuff, I'm going to just tell them, I was with pre-K and kindergarten, and then I went to 4th, and those are the only grades that I know. And I'm way more familiar with 4th grade, because that's just what I've been with for like a year now. So also I've never been in a math classroom, so I don't know like what math looks like. I guess like what math teaching looks like. So I wish like I would have gone exposed to that, because my current teacher right now, she teaches science and social studies. So yeah, I just never really got to see math. I've observed like I observed like one math teacher, but I really don't know. So that kind of scares me in a way, because I don't want to like go into my real interviews, and they put me in a math classroom and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I've never seen how to teach math. It's not like rocket science, but I just don't have experience. I mostly have experience with science, social studies, and ELA. And I don't even have that much ELA, because ELA, that was in block 2, so that was a year ago. And I'm not as back then I wasn't as an effective, I guess you could say, educator back then in block 2 as I am now in block 4, my last semester that I'm about to graduate. So yeah, those are really like the only things that I wish would have gone differently, I guess. But overall, I'm really happy with the way that my university, like the College of Education, has placed me. I'm happy with my cooperating teachers. I like I said earlier, like I don't hate the first cooperating teacher that I got. I just don't think that she needed a student teacher. Like she was just not in the right state of mind to have one. But that didn't affect me. I still was there. I love the kids. Like I said, I always just try and be positive. That's all you can do. Just try and be positive. And yeah, I'm really excited. I am currently about to start at TPA, so I'm panicking a little, but it hasn't completely hit me yet. I'm going to be okay. I know I'm going to pass at TPA. Like I'm putting it out in the air now. I'm going to pass at TPA. And I'm just so excited to finally graduate and, not be a student teacher anymore, be a real teacher. I passed the GACE already. I'm waiting on my results for ELA, social studies, and the constructor response. I'm waiting for that, and I will be getting those results on the 31st. So fingers crossed I did okay. And yeah, I'm just so excited. This is my last semester. Like, this is it. So yeah, thank you for watching. I will be coming out with the new video hopefully very soon. Because the school year has started for me, I am very busy. Not busy now, but I will be starting to get very busy because of TPA and fun stuff. But yeah, another thing that I forgot to say is in block 4, we student teach Monday through Friday, 7 to 3. In block 3, we student taught, I think, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And in block 2, we did, I think in block 1 and in 2, we did Tuesday and Thursday. So the only reason why I'm not like extremely stressed right now, because I'm done with classes. Like I'm done. I'm only student teaching this time. I have senior seminar every Tuesday, but I don't have assignments to be keeping up with, which last semester it was a very hectic semester. But anyways, I think that's all I have to say. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.